Welcome to the Puff Puff and Laugh podcast, coming to you from the Mile High State. I'm your host, Elise. We got my boy Macho and my man Matt. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, before we get any further, because I always forget to say that in the beginning because I'm way too high.
You get high?
We were just calling to power the... Well, it started with the Power Rangers, but then we went to
deeper.
we went to Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
I changed my power though. Mine are taco farts.
Taco farts? Are you Wind?
Deadly Wind.
But you know what
Knock 'em
though?
out.
You know what though? Like Wind, if you look at it, she was Ukrainian? I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and like taco farts
Okay.
would be the equivalent of like radiation.
Oh.
And what did they have in Chernobyl?
Oh shit.
I mean,
I don't want radiation coming out of my ass.
No, did Captain Planet call Chernobyl? Is that what you're saying?
oh shit, maybe.
Don't let the CIA know.
He's a government like experiment that they let out.
What color of Power Ranger would you have been?
I probably would have been the yellow one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you gotta set me up like that?
You?
Why you gotta set me up like that?
There's no setup. Which one? You didn't like him when he was green?
Which Power Ranger?
You didn't like him when he was green?
I mean, the White Power Ranger. You know, White Power has always been great.
Yeah. But he was the green one before, remember?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Green
So-
Ranger, totally.
Yeah, the white one was definitely awesome. I mean, the only one I had an action figure growing up, it was like one that you could play with, I guess, was the black one.
What's one you could play with us?
Yeah.
Cat was the black one.
Well, he was tough, and you would squeeze him, and then like his whole body collapsed, but then you let it go, and it got tight again. So it's just a cool little action figure toy. So I would associate with the black one. She's getting payback from last week with us laughing at her
Yeah.
when she was talking. But yeah, they fucking had a brown one, I'd be the fucking brown one.
That brown
With
Ranger.
the essays. But they didn't fucking have one, so I
No.
guess I'd go black.
Like what the fuck?
And I would go back.
Wasn't it like the Green Ranger that he had his little his little
Yeah,
fucking
it was the
flute?
Green Ranger.
Yeah.
And his Megazord was a Dragon Zord. Like,
The brown one would have a fucking trumpet or accordion.
and like a little guitar.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that. They
I
have
couldn't
in,
play
like,
them
what,
all.
Like on Coco.
Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hilarious.
Like Vicente Fernandez, instead of the fucking the actual outfit, it'd be like a mariachi outfit.
Yeah. Fucking legit. The nice ass mustache. Sombrero.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much.
Some
Pretty
fucking
much.
long-toed
The fuck
boots.
are you doing?
Some long-toed boots where they
His
fucking
desk is
curl.
filthy.
Why are you throwing shit?
It's like everyone's seeing it. I might as well put it at the camera. They already know it's messy.
Honestly, Macho and I didn't even realize it, and we're here.
Yeah, well, you
We're
know.
over here having a conversation, and you're like,
I don't know what's going on.
ADHD.
Like a monkey in a zoo.
Pretty much. Oh, let me see. Oh no. Okay. What is this?
Mhm.
What is the wrong Little Caesar story?
Mhm. So
What?
I was pretty under the influence, and I wanted some Little Caesars as I'm going back to Canyon City.
Okay.
So I Google it, and I was like, all right, this is the one that I want. And I call and I order this fucking like massive order. It was like 2 pizzas were the bacon one, the bacon wrap, which I love.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like just 2 pepperoni pizzas, twisted bread. I don't know. A bunch of shit. Like, okay, we'll have it ready, whatever. So I go to fucking pick it up. I'm like, yeah, I just called earlier, Daniel. Like, what's your number? I give them my phone number. They're like, no, like, my buddy starts laughing and he's like having a fucking heart attack because he's not trying to be real loud. So I look over and it activates my giggles. And I fucking start giggling. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's all, you stupid motherfucker. You called the one in Pueblo, not Pueblo West. So I had to make the order, and then I felt bad because the fucking store in Pueblo made that other order for me. Then we had to wait 20 minutes.
Oh.
You made the other store. They had to pull that poor fucker who's fucking shaking the sign off the corner to help him make it and everything because you called the wrong fucking store.
Not in that part of Pueblo. I don't think they'd be out there, but sure.
At every Little Caesars, there's somebody out there on the fucking corner, and they're
You know they sold that shit easy, or else they took that shit home. So they're okay. They're not hurt. But my bad, Pueblo. Little Caesars, not the Pueblo West, but the Pueblo.
And now I want some Little Caesars, right?
I'm thinking about picking it up when I get off.
Oh,
outta
dude,
here.
go get me one. I got $20. Go get me one.
No, ew, no,
For real.
no.
Don't listen to her.
So no. Okay, first of all, I gotta share a story that it's gonna bring bells in his head because he's gonna remember this. But at a call center that we used to work at, we had a coworker that I'm just gonna call like Jody, honestly, because he very much embodied that. But he had like a million fucking kids, and he would always take like the voluntary time off, like when it would get slow and they would want to send people home.
Nice.
But
That's
then,
cool.
but then he would complain about it because he'd be like, I can't feed my like a million kids, and like he would thrive on that like $5 Little Caesar pizza deal. He would like talk about it,
Yeah,
How he'd be
man.
like, oh, I have $20. I'll just go get like 4 pizzas and like feed my kids. And then you know what he would do? We would have a potluck, and then he would bring the napkins from the fucking Little Caesars
He
to the
would rate their
potluck.
napkin bins, dude. It was
The
terrible.
napkins though. That's an important miss. Somebody misses that like sucks. You know. You're
No,
like, there's no napkins.
Yeah,
No,
but some
wipe
of them had like the big ass grease spots and shit on them, huh?
Well, you could have filtered them at least. You know?
Yeah, for real. He would never
Quality
bring
control.
anything worth like you would actually have to spend money again, like you would to a potluck.
But he would be like the first person to like go to the potluck.
Oh, dude, he was white as shit and fucking loved him Ghetto Mexico.
Like loved them. Like there was one that like she was at work, like in the aisle, like so everybody, like Jesus, like the guy on the phone that was trying to call in just to get his phone switched over so he could call his girlfriend in China, like everybody could hear her. She was like, my man taught me a lesson, because she had like a big old fucking black eye, and she was like,
bad, dude.
and she was like broadcasting it,
Like bragging about it.
She
Like,
was like, he taught me a lesson, and we're like, okay.
yeah. But
Yeah, no, that's something big in her. There you go. I didn't want you walking around like that.
So that reminds me of what I do for potlucks.
Oh God.
So I'm like the supervisor,
Uh-huh.
and we host these big ass potlucks, and they're right off where my office is.
Yeah.
So somebody had smoked these 2 turkeys, and they were phenomenal, very moist. All the food was great. So there's a ton of food left. Everybody's like, "Oh, just keep it, do whatever." Some people would take their stuff, it was like 50-50. Well, the next one was for Christmas, and we did this big ass fucking potluck. I brought nothing but fucking Tupperware. Of course, I brought some food. I brought a shit ton of Tupperware. I let that shit out there forever. And then at the end of it, I fucking took home enough for a meal. The wife's like, "What are we eating?" I was like, "Oh, I brought home a shit ton of smoked turkey, homemade mashed potatoes."
But I do that like with him too, huh?
Yeah.
Like if we have like at work like a potluck or something, I'll bring him home like a plate, like, oh, we had a potluck and here's this, but it's my chili or whatever. Or like if they have like a burger sale or like pretzel sale or something.
Yeah.
At work, I'll bring him home one, but I don't just show up with my fucking like Tupperware.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
kind
ready
of
to go,
amateur
guys.
hour. What you're doing, that's amateur hour. You eventually step it up to the big leagues, it becomes an addiction, and the food's not going to waste, so
Oh no!
I should
We
appreciate
You're
that.
the real hero.
Oh, no,
I'm a hero.
We just stick it in the fridge and we like eat it like throughout the rest of the week as leftovers. But
So do I, and it's everybody's food. It's massive.
no, but
I clean it out,
And
man.
it's really tasty.
Like, wow, everybody really liked the food this year. Yeah.
But this
We
dude,
will.
this dude would literally do that. He would be like the first one to show up, and because he had like 11 million kids, he'd be like, "Oh, can I take some home to like my kids?" Like he had like no shame, huh?
No shame at
Like
all.
none. And he would not bring anything. Like he would literally be like, "Oh, I brought these napkins," and they're like the Little Caesars napkins. They're
Yeah.
like,
It's
dude,
good karma.
Yeah.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Paying it forward, and then maybe you would get fortunate and remember and start bringing good shit.
All I remember is he was Jody. Jody.
It's a funny name.
Or a man.
Yeah, it is a funny. Yeah, yeah. What'd you do to my car? Oh man. Oh, did you? I didn't tell the Walmart creeper story last week, huh?
The Walmart creeper.
About when I was at Walmart and that fucking creepy ass dude.
I don't
Fucking
know.
name was Creeper or what?
Yeah.
No,
Was he
no.
Mexican?
No, but he was creepy as fucking hell. So, you know how like when you go to the grocery store, especially if you're getting more than one thing, if you're not just running in and out and you know exactly where you're going, like you have like your grocery shopping, you run into the same people like a few times, like inevitably. So that happened with this guy, and he was very, he gave very just predatory vibes, but he was like the short predatory like guy,
Okay.
and like he was short and he was brown, looked like a toad, and he was just like.
Interesting. I'm more confused the more deeper you get into this.
But I'd go around the aisle and there he was, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I am grabbing my last few things, and one of the last things that I grabbed was the turkey, because I grabbed our turkey for Thanksgiving. I go to check out, and he's like behind me, and I scan the turkey, and he was like, "Oh, it's turkey time, huh?" And I'm like, like, well, yeah, I'm like trying to be like nice because I'm trying to be a better person and not just snap on people right away because normally I do. And I said, well, if I don't get it now, I probably won't get it later. I'll forget. And this motherfucker like followed me to the car, and I just hear this car roll up and like slow down, and I turn around, and he says something about looking good and cooking and turkey. I don't fucking know. But it was very like weird, and I was like, "Sir, no, no, thank you."
Yeah, that's Pueblo for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay classy, Pueblo. Stay classy. And that was when I went without you, and I'm like, "This is what I get for going without him."
Yeah.
But yeah. Ugh, the holiday season is upon us, though.
It is upon us.
I love this time of year. Like I love putting the lights up and decorating, which our tree kind of halfway, like, well, not even like halfway, like a third of the way died. Just like the bottom lights, the middle lights, the top doesn't light.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get a little creative because
It's one of those like you stack.
yeah.
Yeah.
It does, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It's all right. We're gonna figure it out. It's
We've
fine.
had it for what, 7 years?
Yeah, we've had it for a while.
Yeah,
I
probably.
buy one every other year.
Oh no!
Oh, do
Just to
you?
change it up, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's
And
good.
then I don't have to worry about it messing up.
That's true. That.
We've had this since before we're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We
Dang.
sure did.
I have an old one that my mom kind of passed down. We've been known to put it up every once in a while, but it's just so much easier to go buy a new one, and it's the 3-piece, and lights up, looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And we had our traditional
Our ornaments or
ornaments, and kids made a bunch of them throughout the years. I made some when I was a kid, so we still have those. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We have a tradition where we buy new ornaments every year.
Yep.
And so it usually is when like some type of big impact on our lives to make it like meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was going to say, hey, if if you're looking for really cool, exciting things to do in Colorado, go to TikTok, and they have a lot of creators who will specifically tell you that like ice castles and stuff like that. Some really cool stuff is coming to Colorado. Something I'm going to surprise you with, actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
like Santa workshop, stuff like that.
Nice.
Just don't sit on his lap, macho.
No?
No,
Gross. No, that.
No.
I would kind of like thought it was creepy to sit on Santa's lap, but I would
for real.
do it because I knew like my parents really wanted like a nice picture. Because like I would always hear that, and I'm sure like a lot of people would hear that. Like when you take school like pictures, right?
Yeah.
You better take a good picture. Show me how you're gonna smile, right? And like if you didn't smile big enough or you didn't smile right, no, don't smile like that. Smile like this, you know.
Maybe the one good thing to get sent to the library.
yeah. The one good thing to get sent to the library
Yep.
for sure. For sure.
Oh, shit.
I mean, like, and how many pictures are the kids crying? Like,
Yeah.
they're just like screaming.
Oh, for real.
Because they're like, oh, Daddy, this man is a predator. Come get me.
Oh, speaking of Bad Santa, no, I love that movie.
It is a funny movie.
Have you ever watched Bad Santa?
Make some sandwiches.
That's one of the funniest Christmas movies, probably.
Oh, dude,
Put it in its own category, it would be
Yeah.
top 2.
We should do a Christmas episode and we all wear our ugly sweaters.
Not only that, but we should also do it like Mystery Science Theater.
Okay.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Why didn't y'all tell us? Put it in the comments.
All right.
Yeah.
I have to search it because I don't even know what the fuck you guys are talking
You
about.
know, oh, dude.
We're talking about the Christmas episode.
No. Mystery
What?
Science Theater
What is
3000.
that? What is
It's
it?
an old show where like the actual show itself, like you're watching a theater and you have like this guy with like 2 robots and all they do is they watch old movies and just roast the heck out of the movie for the
Yep.
entire movie.
And you just see like their shadows like
Yeah.
up front under the movie.
It's pretty cool.
What did it come out in?
Its series itself came out the 80s?
I think so.
Oh,
90s?
okay.
Something like that.
Latest.
Wow, that's some old school stuff.
They're funny. Yeah.
So he wants to do that for the Christmas episode.
Okay.
Excuse me. So since
But
the
who gets to
holiday,
pick the movie though?
I don't know. Put requests in the comments. If not, well, one of us.
Well, obviously, no fan favorite for Christmas movies would be Brokeback Mountain.
No,
Obviously.
absolutely not.
Obviously. It's a top, just all performance,
Dude.
tearjerker in that tent scene.
There's a jerker.
There was balls jingling.
Oh, yeah.
That was-
They were a jingling.
Those sleigh balls.
Yeah.
Ring, tingle.
Yep.
So that's a good Christmas one.
I
So
know.
you adults haven't watched it yet. Watch it for Christmas.
Not good.
When you're having your
Yes.
Christmas
I
dinner.
mean, it really is a wonderful performance by what's the name of the actor? It's Heath Ledger.
Uh-huh.
Rest in peace. A truly wonderful performance about how he really handled his jingle balls.
Yep.
Yeah.
See? Jingle all the way.
So I'm gonna go with no, actually, and go with the best holiday movie, which is Die Hard. Yes,
Sure.
it is the best
Yeah.
Christmas movie of all time.
I was too young for it.
Oh, I
It
know.
was like torture watching it as a child. But I
Really?
just want to watch cartoons.
Really?
I wanted like Fred Flintstone,
Oh.
and they got me watching this grown-up movie, and I'm on Christmas break. I'm like,
Dude,
this fucking sucks.
They were trying to teach you high society, my good dude.
Well,
I loved that.
didn't work out.
I loved watching. I still love. Like, literally, it is not Christmas, and this is what my sweater says. It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Agree
I'm
to
on that.
disagree. Christmas Story is a must.
Christmas Story is a must. However, it is not the best Christmas movie. That is.
Four Christmases is definitely on my list.
Yes, it is. That movie is so funny.
It's so realistic.
It is. It is so realistic.
Oh, what's that one with Castaway guy?
Tom
Oh,
Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
I always forget his fucking name.
Polar Express.
Yeah, that one. That one's a good one.
Never saw it.
It's an animated.
course.
Kind of trippy though.
Based on
Like
book.
get high
Yeah.
and try to fucking follow that. You're gonna be wondering why there's a ghost.
Like, it's weird.
You're like, what the fuck am I
Yeah,
watching?
I'll have to wear my hoodie.
Especially if you,
not my hoodie, but my. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, if you zone out all high and you not following it 100%, then you come back and you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Oh,
Yeah, I
It's a
can
tough
see
one.
that.
It's a tough one.
I can see that.
yeah.
You know, but if you're enjoying it sober, you probably get it a lot
You know
better.
you're not going to enjoy it sober.
Yeah, it's gonna take a couple attempts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say National Lampoons.
Yes.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Oh
Fool.
man,
That's
sugar
what his
full. That is.
ugly sweaters was.
With that fucking cat getting electrocuted,
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
and then when the grandpa throws the cigar out,
Yeah.
blows
It
up.
was like,
It's like what? They have to tackle him and get him out, extinguish him. Yeah, that whole movie is fucking
Drop
hilarious.
the cat.
and then the explosion and then the granny stands up and she's like, and the rockets regular.
Yep.
What a magical movie.
It is a magical movie.
But it's also very relatable in terms of your family like driving you crazy during the holidays.
Oh, my Lord.
Woo.
Yep.
It can be difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Which since it is like the holiday season, like when do you start like decorating? Like when do you put your tree up?
We can do it anytime after Thanksgiving. My wife, she kind of regulates it and motivates it, and she's Johnny on the spot. So literally a day or two after Thanksgiving, when we first have days off together, it's mandatory. So kids know they can't go anywhere. And I know I'm dedicating
I like
my
her
life
style.
to it. So we just knock it out, put everything out. It's mostly inside stuff. We donated a lot of the Christmas singing little dolls or whatever that stand up, and they do all kinds of different Christmas songs. Give them to my nephews and my niece, so they can enjoy it since
Yeah.
they're so young and they
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They had to switch the batteries out already because they do it all the time.
Aww.
Kind of felt bad for my sister, you know.
Oh, yeah. Because those things could be annoying.
And they all worked, and there was bags full of it. You know? So it was a ton because we were like collecting them because our kids liked them so much.
Yeah.
So we were collecting them like crazy people.
I like her style. We just don't like her date. We're right after Halloween, people.
Yeah. Like typically, like honestly, by now our tree is up
Yeah.
completely. It's just that we ran into this snag and we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out like a decoration loophole around it, which I think I figured it out. We just didn't go shopping today. But yeah, normally I get drunk while we're passing out candy and put up the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And there's like Christmas music blaring.
Yeah.
The kids are walking up and they're like, trick or treat. And I'm like, I don't want to laugh for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like drinking in the background. And they're like, okay.
Well, we usually wait because we'll host Thanksgiving at our house. My
Oh,
mother-in-law
yeah, makes
comes
sense.
down, and then she has two residents that live with her.
That makes
So they'll be there, and then my sister, her kids, brother-in-law, sometimes a friend will come over, whatever. So we got a lot of people in that Christmas tree. We have to remove one of the couches.
Oh,
So it would be too much.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Wow.
Couldn't
Totally
be as
get it.
comfortable.
That makes sense. I
think we'd still wait though. I don't know. That's a long time to have that stuff out.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we got.
But I'm also a person that like I struggle with depression anyway, but like seasonally, I struggle with it and right after Christmas, like with decorating early, right after Christmas, really right after New Year's is when the depression really hits because there's no dopamine, like no seasonal like dopamine. Because when we decorate early, we see like the lights. Like that's what actually one of our traditions is. We go look at the Christmas lights every year.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna map it out too. We're going to Springs. I'm gonna map it out for her.
I love
Take her
it.
to that Pikes Peak thing, that raceway where they have all the Christmas lights
Yeah,
up too.
PPIR.
Yeah, from
Yep.
Pueblo to Springs. If you go to PPIR,
Yep.
if you look on the left, you can't miss it.
Yep.
Halloween lights. It's like $35. You can just drive slow. Dude.
And it's like a car, like it's not charged per person, it's per car.
Per car, yeah.
And so it's like any really passenger vehicle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hey, $30 too. It's a great gift idea too for people.
Yeah.
It's a more of, an experience, than an actual anything else. But yeah, I mean, we really like it. It's
Yeah.
fun. We go do that, and then we go look around at like neighborhoods, like specific neighborhoods. If we have like
Yeah.
friends that'll be like, hey, like,
Oh, we have that one homie.
yeah, we have a few
Yeah.
that they do the entire arrangements. They set it up on the computer. It's all like timed and shit, and
Yep.
like we go and we like go on to whatever station it says. We watch their display, and it's like great. I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing to do.
But like, yeah, between like Halloween is dopamine releasing, all of those decorations are dopamine releasing, Thanksgiving is dopamine releasing, all of that. After New Year's, it's like, yeah, nope.
Yeah. Well, even as someone who didn't celebrate Christmas, going back to all the way being in Alabama,
Yeah.
my family and I, before we actually moved, every single year as a family, we would go, even Jehovah's Witnesses, we don't celebrate it, go to what we call pagan land. It was entire neighborhoods, hill to toe, go all the way. We're probably thousands and thousands for each house. And it was such a delight. They would hire actors. They would hire like Santas and stuff like that. And that's why it took so long to get through, because you could literally just stop. It was known, don't go in here during Christmas. Stop, go take a photo with Santa, get back on the road. It was so awesome. So I've always loved like great Christmas decorations.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. I'm also the DIYer, so
Yeah.
maybe this year, depending on my stress level and how I feel, I might be DIYing some decorations. I have
Yep.
some ideas for like some lamp posts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. With with the boo. Still chilling out there.
Yeah. The little ghosty is still in the
Yeah.
tree.
It doesn't get removed until New Year's.
All right, yeah.
Oh.
Yep, he'll just stay out there too. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the? This is my question for you. What was the worst gift, holiday or not, you ever received?
Mm.
Mm.
Worst holiday gift or gift period.
Yeah, gift in general.
Okay.
Like holidays, since we're talking about the holiday season, but if it's just gift in general, what's the worst gift you've ever received?
That's hard.
That is really bad. When you're like, oh, let me think. There's so many bad ones that I've gotten.
Damn
It's
it.
really hard to.
I've only had a strange
nose on
gift.
it.
I've
Okay.
only had a strange. I've never had a bad one.
Okay.
But I was still really young, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
My parents gave me a DVD VHS player,
Okay.
and they thought it was all cool, and I never opened it. And they were a little disappointed, and to me, I was just like the year before, you gave me a Sega Genesis. I love gaming, like I'm addicted to it, and you want me to sit down and watch a movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
You
It
know.
didn't excite me,
So it
But
was,
looking back, what
Yeah.
a phenomenal gift. Because then in
Yeah.
high school, and you got your girlfriend over, you're going to want to watch a movie.
Wow.
And you're going to want that freaking DVD player, because then you can go to, what was it called? JC Flicks in Los Alamos. That's what it was called, JC Flicks. The owner, oh my God, he was the GOAT. Greatest guy ever.
Yeah.
He ended up buying it, and he changed the name to Uptown Video. But the guy, his personality was a 10. He would be like, hey, can you deliver me food from Dairy Queen where I was working? I was like, sure. So I would freaking go take him food.
Uh-huh.
He's like, here's a movie voucher, free movie.
Yeah.
Well, I had graduated, or I was getting ready to graduate. I don't remember how it worked out, but I was 18. And so I was like, oh, you got porn back there? And he's like, yeah, you're 18. You can go back there. And I was like, isn't that kind of weird? He's like, no, I check them out all the time. So I went back there and got one, and I gave him the ticket that he gave me for a free movie.
Yeah.
He's like, cool, you get it for a week. And I was like, cool, man. And I brought it home to my wife now, I was like, guess what I just rented? I saw a porn. So I had to tell her the story. But the guy was just phenomenal. his personality. What a good guy! Like I would love to have worked for him as a kid. You know,
Yeah.
he just had a good personality.
I can't get past you bringing it home to her. Like, would you do that?
Yes.
Would you do that? You'd be like, oh, I got this free porn. Like, hey, look, I got this free porn for a week.
For a week. Let's watch it.
Oh.
With my DVD VHS player.
And I don't know about y'all, but when I watch porn, you know, or you know, when I have watched porn, you know what I mean? I want to watch it like all the fucking time. I want to watch it. What's done is done, and then I turn it off. Who the hell keeps it for a week?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
That's interesting. I want to know the whole story, so I'm gonna watch that motherfucker through.
Oh, God.
See what really happens to the pool boy?
Everything.
You just keep
I
watching.
wanna see the
You
whole
you
thing.
finish and you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
Katerina, I'm real concerned.
Uh,
Stretched a little thin.
I wish it was that innocent, but
Oh,
no, I'm
man.
like, I don't see how this guy's gonna bust on her face or on her ass, you know? That's what I'm waiting for. I don't give a fuck about that story. I
Yeah.
want to see what the fuck's gonna go down. Yeah, the story's cool too. Why didn't you got the job?
Did Blaze get the promotion?
Yeah, did all those ladies get promoted? Who got the higher rank get promotion? The one that took the load?
This is what they fought for in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't give a fuck about that story.
did she get the part? That was the
Oh.
the casting couch. Did she get the part that she auditioned
I
for?
don't think she did.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. She wasn't a real strong actress.
Yeah.
I hope that helped. Oh.
I heard she blew the competition away.
Oh, man. I don't know if I want to tell that mine. That was kind of a blower. That was kind of out of the park there, bud.
And it all came from the strange gift that he received.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your gift? And then let's get a 15-minute story to follow.
Oh.
That's the bar now.
Okay. It was really hard for me to think. And it's not because I've been given a lot of bad gifts. It's just when you're raised as a Jehovah's Witness, your gift structure is different.
Yeah, very
Right.
much so. Yeah.
So whenever I got a gift, you know, and I'm saying this in defense of my parents, they would just straight up ask me, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
I want a bike. Which one? They'll
Yeah.
take me to Walmart. Which one? I want that one. Got it.
Yeah.
So I never got a bad gift because I picked all my gifts.
Yeah.
You know, like a Nintendo, stuff like that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, man, but that doesn't mean I haven't got bad gifts. So when I lived in Alabama, my grandparents lived on the bayou.
Okay.
Right, the
Yeah.
fucking bayou.
Okay.
I remember when I would sit out there with my grandpa. One of my fondest memories of that old man. He'd sit out there with his 6-shooter. He was short as shit, 5'4". Hold on, boy, and he out there shooting fucking gators with his 6-shooter. I loved down the patio, and they got.
was Cotton Hill.
He was, and they lived on the patio. Like when it flooded, it would destroy their house. That's how far close he was, and so yeah. Well, the only reason they couldn't afford that house, the only reason they got the house was because an incident happened there where a kid dying and an alligator. That's all I want to say. And so they got the house cheap. And so they couldn't afford it. So they found other ways of getting food.
Oh my
They
god.
were dumpster divers.
Oh my god.
And so they would,
So they gifted you something from that dumpster?
dude, they would collard greens. They would gift us collard greens, and I didn't know it till much later. But when I say gift us, we would go over there and they would make a meal for us.
Yeah.
Right? I consider that a gift.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
add some context to this. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
They weren't like, here's dumpster food.
Yeah.
Like that, it came across the house. They're
like he's painting this picture as though his family
Yeah, let's give that some.
like they have like
Poor
dirty
guy.
fucking hair and they're like ooh, collard green.
Smell like shit. People
Right.
rotten.
No,
They're
instead
inbred. It's all fucked up.
they're doing a very loving thing of making like a meal for
yeah,
you
but they
with
would invite
it.
us over. And so,
I don't think the turkey was turkey, man. It was pigeon. It was that cat you guys were missing.
damn.
Fucking beach tender.
Yeah.
They're eating the dogs in Springfield.
So, turkey flavor.
We would go over there and they would have these elaborate seafood meals and like collard greens and hush puppies.
Seafood, brother.
Like, yeah, oh yeah, I did. Dude, I was a kid. I didn't know. My parents didn't know either. We never found out until the day we left. The day we left, they finally told us that we knew they dumpster dove for televisions and gifts, and they would fight homeless people. They would fight. My fucking step grandmother would pull out a gun. Homeless people trying to get shit in the fucking dumpster. It's the most white trash thing you can think of.
I was just in my mind. I have this image of Jerry. Oh, she's like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Dude, a homeless person just trying to get some dumpster food.
And then she's like,
stop.
I'm like, fucking.
For real.
I image your grandma being fucking crazy.
Yeah, she was. And so, long story short, we go over. They would have these glorious meals. It was all dumpster food. We found out the day we left.
How did they tell you? That like, did they just like walk up
Hey,
all
you
of
know all
you?
that good food, man.
Well, like no, like what was the scenario? Like I image like all of
Next
you,
to
all of them, all of them in a car. It's all packed up, you know, ready to go, and they just like tap the cab, and they're like.
Oh, we called them is what happened.
But I just image like, do you know all those meals we made for you? We got them out the dumpster.
Well,
Yeah.
glad you never
Enjoy
got sick.
Tennessee. Like,
Well, when you're a kid, you know, like, oh no, we're moving. My grandparents, because we moved from Alabama to Tennessee. And so we were just spending all the time with my grandparents. And so we literally caught them, right? I don't remember if it was me, but one of us actually went and fucking bought behind Food World in Alabama, and he's like, "Jump in the dumpster, boy." So yeah, that's my most terrible gift.
damn. I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't have like a great history when it comes to gifts, just because either the motivations behind them have not been good, or just like it's been like bad. Like all my exes have just been given like have been terrible. They would either give me like really good gifts as a result of like, oh, we just had this fight and I'm not gonna say I was wrong even though I was. So here's this, you know, latest and greatest thing from Sephora. Like, oh, okay. Thanks, I guess. But I think like the worst gift that I got, it was the day after Valentine's Day, which that is very it's important to know that. And my boyfriend at the time, well, actually, there's two stories. So both of them revolve around Valentine's Day, two different people. One was a boyfriend at the time took me for a gift. We were in college, so it was like we couldn't really afford to buy gifts for each other, and we totally understood that. So he was like, well, I want to take you to a nice meal. Okay, like totally great. This man takes me to Golden Corral.
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Let's go. After the show.
This man takes me to Golden Corral, and
Is he single? I want to hit him up.
he
I love
definitely.
Gold Girl, baby.
Do you?
Oh, when they do that lobster tail.
It wasn't even on like the lobster tail night. It was on Valentine's Day. And so he takes me to Golden Corral. And not to say that just because it's Golden Corral, you don't need to dress up, but he definitely dressed way down.
No.
Like way down. Had his do-rag on, had his beanie on, like it was just like it was not great. It was not a great situation.
Yeah.
And then to make matters worse, his brother called 5 minutes into this. And he stays on the phone like this for like 20 minutes until I'm like, hey, and I'm like, dude, like you brought me here, like what's
Wow.
going on? And he's like, oh, hey. And he had like attitude about it. He was like, let me call you back, man. She's tripping. Really?
Wow.
Really? The other worst gift, also revolves around Valentine's Day. This is the story I was telling you all earlier. It was the day after Valentine's Day, and this guy that I was dating told me like the morning of Valentine's Day that he was sick. So we could not go out to dinner. That he just, he was sick. He couldn't do it. He was so sorry. And I'm like, okay. Instead of just like dumping me, like, why didn't you just do that, right? So no. So then the day after, he comes to pick me up we were just going to hang out. Comes to pick me up, can't even take me to like dinner, anything. There is a box of chocolates on the seat like this, but it's face down, so you see like the back.
Yeah.
And it's like you could tell that it's Valentine's Day packaging. Like it's like the pink and like red packaging. And I'm like, oh, and I see it and he's like, oh yeah, that's for you. And I pick it up and I'm like, oh, thanks. And I stop because there is a big old 50% off sticker that's clearance right there.
The economy was hard, Bridge.
Well, and if he would have just been honest, if that was the case, okay. But that's not the vibe that I got. The vibe that I got was that there was something or someone else that was more important that he spent time with on Valentine's Day, because this man did not smell sick. He did not look sick. He was not sick.
Yeah.
There was no evidence of him being sick. So, yeah.
While you were talking, it was hard for me to concentrate because look at this little stinky butt.
Oh my gosh. So our little diva, Mia, yeah, she, we're gonna have to insert the picture.
Yeah. Oh,
one of our children.
I got you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. Wow. You're just like looking at me like,
I'm
uh-huh.
high as fuck.
You are?
Yeah,
That's the story
That story was a lot. I absorbed it all.
Yeah. You have a funny getting high with friends story on here.
Yeah.
What is this?
So on one of our previous podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
we've kind of talked of, getting high and fucking with friends. So I remember this story,
Uh-huh.
and it was just completely random. We're smoking, vibe was good, and I think we were going for joint number 2, and my buddy don't smoke like I do. And all of a sudden, like, he's passing it and his hand's shaking. I'm like, what's wrong with this motherfucker? So we keep hitting it, and then he's like starting to freak out, but he's trying to not show it.
Yeah.
So, I was like, hey, dude, you had enough, so I'm still hitting it.
Yeah.
And then it just come to me. I don't know. I don't remember the exact words I said, but it was like, pineapple goes upstairs.
What?
We ran the red. Go grab the chair. And he's like, what? And I repeat it like it's like fucking making sense. Like I'm talking now, And he's looking at me and he's like, what? So I do it one last time. And I'm not laughing or anything, I'm just saying it just like I'm talking now. And he's like, hey, brother, this getting high is not going okay. I was like, why? He's like, I don't know what you're saying. And I was like, because I'm fucking with you. He's like, oh my God, dude, I'm about to start fucking crying. And I was like, what? He's like, I thought I couldn't understand. Like I was having a stroke. And I was like, what? And I was, fuck, man. I fucked with him so good.
Oh, man.
And my brain didn't even go there. Where did your brain go?
Like, what? Like, is Camacho having a seizure? Like,
that's not where my brain went. My brain went, what in the Winter Soldier? Because it sounded like you were like activating a fucking sleeper cell.
Yeah, sleeper.
You're like, pineapple goes up the stairs, and it's like, and they're like,
well, I kept repeating it.
Exactly.
But if you would have seen my facial expression to him, I was saying it like I was normally talking the entire night. And so he was confused. And I just kept saying it. And then he would just look at me. He's looking for any clue. And then by the third, fourth time, like his fucking reality was leaving his body. And he was just at fucking the end. And then I just told him I was fucking with him.
Yeah.
And he snapped out of it. He's like, dude, I was seriously about to start fucking crying. So I thought I lost it. I couldn't understand what the fuck you were saying.
Look, this getting high thing, man. It's not for me.
Man.
That same guy, he's the one that fucking threw up in my backyard a couple weeks ago.
Oh my god.
And I mean, amongst the things we've done, it's just from getting crazy high, especially on 420. It's like the Olympics day for me. I always throw up, pass out. It's just, I can't contain it. I'm so excited. I buy the most expensive of things, a 70 or it was a 75 or $80 cigar.
Uh-huh.
And fucking, we just went out.
Because I got high. Because he got high. Because he got high.
Yeah, edibles,
Oh.
Ooh.
that Keef drink. Like, we fucking were doing everything.
Like, just, do you like green out?
Green out,
Oh.
bad.
Yikes.
Everything gets all fucked up.
You're all going back and forth, time traveling, like.
So there's this story. This is a good one here. So my wife and I, we were smoking and we're doing these, and my tolerance wasn't very high. We're doing these one joints that had like the rosin or whatever wax, I don't know, had some shit in it, right?
Yeah.
So we smoke it and I'm fucked up. She's like, hey, go make us some nachos. I was like, okay. I get up and I put the chips. We'd made hamburger meat earlier, so I put that on. And then when I'm getting the cheese, I start getting this cold sweat. And then I'm feeling a little faint, you know. I'm like, fuck. So I put the cheese on, and it's like I'm holding my hand to help me. And then I get it. It takes all the strength in me to put it in the microwave. And then I didn't hit the button because I started to lose it. And I start shaking. And I make it to the dining room table. And I put my hands like this. And I'm like, oh, oh. And I fall. But I passed out.
Oh, no.
So all I remember is I'm laying there. I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
So I look and I want to call out to my wife, you know, but I can't because I'm too weak. So I have to just lay there for a minute. And this joint has me fucked up. So I'm laying there. I finally can get my body to do what I want it to do. And it just starts with my arm. I'm like, and then I throw a leg up. And then I'm like in a football stance for a minute. I'm like, I can do this. And I fucking stood up and I just fucking walked as hard as I ever could. It was like a robot. Boom, boom, boom. I'm walking. I go in the bedroom. I'm like, I can't start those nachos. And I lay down and she's like, what happened? And I just went to bed. I told her the next day, I was like, did you not hear me fall? So yeah, I heard something fall. I figured it was like a plate or something.
Nice.
She's like, I wonder why you didn't come back in 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'll let you fucking check next time. I fucking passed out.
See, at least like one time, like I've been taking a lot of like after I take a shower, like take a bath lately, like just because like the barometric pressure shift, like my back is fucking like really fucking hurting.
Yeah.
Well, I went to go take a bath and I had just got in the tub. I was in there for maybe like 5-10 minutes, and I hear this loud crash, boom, in the kitchen. And I had just told him I'm gonna get out of the tub, and he was like, "No." And I hear a big old loud crash, and I fucking come around the corner, and he was like, "Why'd you get out of the tub?" I was like, "I heard something fall, and I thought you died." Like,
Yeah, she did, dude.
I'm just standing there, fucking titties glistening because I'm so fucking wet because I just got out of the fucking tub. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Man, me too. Me too, Mia." I was screaming at him, like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
Boy,
I
look
like
like
your
Michael
story.
was dying.
But that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, if I hear a phone, like, that's what I image. Like, what happened with you? And he's like, help, you know, but he can't do it.
If
Yeah.
you can talk to my wife, I'd appreciate it. Because it happened one time before, but it was alcohol related.
Uh-huh.
They're called Natty Rush. So it's like it's a high alcohol, like way more than what a beer is, and it just has flavoring. Like I got watermelon, and it was phenomenal.
Okay.
So I drink one. I'm putting an alternator on this fucking some fucking equipment I got for free that I got on Facebook. So I'm switching out that carburetor, and by the time I'm done with it, I fucking drank one Natty Rush. So I go walk, and I'm like stumbling into shit. I hit my bike, and I fucking broke skin. I was like, motherfucker, what the hell's up with that? So I was like, maybe because I was down on my hands and knees, fucking changing out this carburetor. I was like, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Just getting back up. So it's like, whatever. So my buddy's like, hey, let's go use that. So we go to his house. It was a tiller. That's what it was. So we go to his house and we start tilling up his shit.
Yeah.
And we drink another one. So I think in total we drank 3. And my wife drove home. So I am fucking lit. Beyond fucking even be able to walk. I make it in the house. And I'm laying down. So I wake up and guess where I'm at? I'm in the fucking kitchen where the thermostat's at. So say it's right here. I'm just fucking, my feet are right here. I'm laying on my back and I'm just fucking out. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get to stand up and my fucking big toe hurts. So I go look down. There's no nail. I kicked the fucking nail off somehow. I don't know what the fuck I did. My wife, she's just there sleeping. I fucking get back in there, bloody toe and all, and fucking lay down and sleep it off. I don't know why I was up in that motherfucker, what I got up for, and where the fuck we never found my toenail.
I don't know. The mouth just has it, and it's like it just take it.
That or the dog.
It's probably the dog.
Cocksucking dog ate it.
He's probably like, oh, it's a chick.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's a little spicy.
Wow.
Tastes like
Dude, that
Mexican.
hurts too, man.
It does.
Not when you're fucking blacked out drunk, it don't.
Well, the day after, when you have to touch anything, when you have to put your socks and shit on.
Yeah.
My brother, Kahea, man, he would go into the pantry, and I think I've told this story before on here, but he would go in the pantry, and this was before they had like the easy open, and even still now he does this, where he'll open like on the seam.
Oh.
And so like the whole thing is open, but it's on the side. So all the cans just boom, 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 pour out. And they all like one after another hit him on the big toe. And he had this big old like nasty green purple bruise. And then it grew to a certain point and then it just fucking fell off. And it was so fucking nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, oh, I've kicked a few off. I know how mine came off, and they was literally kicking, but I've had mine off a few times. Yeah, it's not fun.
No, I broke my toe, but never kicked off a toenail. Thank God. Ugh. No. Yeah. So. Yeah.
My poor big toe.
Your poor big toe. Did it ever grow back?
Yeah, I grew back, but then recently,
What
last
did it
year, I
say?
lost my other big toe.
Why?
Bowling. I bowled for 4 hours.
Ooh.
And fucking, I didn't tie the shoe all the way.
Oh.
And the way I bowl is when I don't slide, I just immediately stop on the line.
Uh-huh.
And I kept doing that on the shoe that wasn't tied.
Uh-huh.
And it kept hitting the nail. But I was drunk because we were drinking pitchers of beer. I was fucking lit. And before you know it, I guess I kept hitting it. And I got home and it fucking hurt and it turned black. And then it just fucking fell off.
Ew. Gross.
That was last year.
Oh, man.
With one of our coworkers. We're trying to fucking get dedicated to bowling. So when we did a team building exercise, bowling. We didn't want to be ass. So unfortunately I did it for 4 hours and didn't tie that shoe. Because I've bowled that long before or after,
Uh-huh.
but I tied my shoe real tight and I didn't have no fucking toe pain.
See, I
So whoops.
don't give a fuck about being an ass team building exercise. I don't care.
I just want to win at everything, so it doesn't matter what it is. If we play tic-tac-toe, I'm going for fucking blood.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So we're out there fucking trying to perfect it. And then I finally got a throw I liked that actually had curve on it, spun the ball. And I just tried mastering it. I did pretty decent, but not the second time we went. I did fucking horrible. Horrible.
See,
It's not my game.
whenever I would like outdo people at something that like I know I could, it would always come back to bite me in the ass for whatever reason. Like they would always get like sad. So I'm like, okay,
Oh, probably because you're a girl. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a sore loser.
Yeah.
It just makes me obsess harder to be better, and then when I come back, I'm gonna fucking whip you bad.
Same.
It's gonna be bad.
And speaking of not being a sore loser,
Uh-huh.
since we do talk politics sometimes on this show, I want to say sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. President-elect Trump won it fairly scarily, and yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Wow, he got popular vote too.
Yeah.
4 million, something like
Couldn't
that.
believe that.
Which is the last time that happened was with the Republican Party. Was
2004 because of 9/11.
20 years
Yep.
ago, yeah. Dang. Well, I forgot to start the timer.
How long have we been going?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just an hour and something.
an hour and something. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay, well. Macho, your question of the day, sir.
Yeah, so one of our listeners, also known as my wife,
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, this is kind of how I thought your podcast would be." So this is for her, and this is the question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
If you drop a bar of soap in the shower and it hits the ground, is the soap dirty or is the ground clean?
Mm.
She thinks that's like a stoner type question.
That is a stoner type question.
soap is dirty.
So what's the ground? The ground still dirty?
I would say it's less dirty. I wouldn't say it's clean. I would say it's less dirty because I would see the bacteria and everything else attaching to the soap. But then again, maybe it doesn't and it cleans it out.
Fuck.
Where's Neil deGrasse Tyson when you need him?
That just makes me think of like okay. I don't know. I don't know if the soap is dirty. No, because it's soap.
Because it's still, yeah.
It's soap, and it would stay clean.
Yeah. Because the point of soap is to wash. Oh my God.
So when I get a bar of soap and put it between my ass, I consider just a quick winch of the soap and it's good to go. Because then
Yeah.
the next time I use it, I probably start with my face first.
Well, yeah, and you'd probably the next time, I would be like, let me lather this because I just had this up my asshole.
Yeah.
Let me rinse a few
So
layers
that
off.
soap's always clean, baby. That's my vote.
Yeah.
It's always clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's yep. So it's always clean.
But that brings a really good question of when you get out of the shower and you get the towel and you dry it off, is the towel wet now? Because you were like drying like with the towel and like
Yeah,
You want to
absorb
know?
it.
You know what?
Absorb the-
You want a really trippy thought?
Yeah.
A really trippy stoner thought.
what?
On a metaphysical level,
Yeah.
nothing touches nothing.
True.
But you do not ever touch the table.
No.
There's space always, even on the microspectrum, like on the
It's-
steep meta level.
It's an asymptote.
Correct.
Yeah, it's always approaching null, but never actually touching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Am I not supposed to know that because I'm a girl? Whoops.
No.
Sorry.
I didn't- no one said that.
Oh, okay.
No. What are you talking about?
I think I'm just really insecure about it because
I know. It was fucking cool.
yeah,
Roll Tide.
roll time.
Speaking of Roll Tide,
Yeah, we
LSU
won.
sucks. We cleared out that stadium. Death Valley sucks. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Sorry.
You all right?
Boom.
Okay.
Oh,
Boom shaka laka 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 laka.
No, I'm doing
laka,
great.
laka.
I'm doing great. A lot of laughs today. That's always nice.
I'm chilling. Chill.
Bunch of crazy mother truckers here.
Yes, but David, you want to add anything? Anybody want to add anything before we sign off?
Oh, just shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
That's my sweater.
Brokeback Mountain's the best Christmas movie.
No, it is Die Hard. I am willing to die.
That's
on
one
this
above Die Hard.
No.
Right. Well, this is the Puff Puff and Laugh podcast.
We all agreed.
No.
Here we go.
No.
On the Puff and Laugh.
Don't forget to like, comment,
what
and
the definition of
subscribe.
Christmas is for you.
And please
Balls dingling.
make sure you comment if you side with Camacho that Brokeback Mountain is the best Christmas movie. And make sure you stay hydrated, kids. We out.